Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about Solana chain and how to earn money on it. Of course, we're going to go from safest to riskiest, and we're going to mostly talk about certain platforms you can use and what to expect from it and what are the pros and cons of it. So before we get started, you do need to have Solana, and there's a few ways we can do this. You can either get it from a central exchange like Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase, or Crypto.com. And then you can put it on Phantom.app or Phantom.com. Sorry, this is an extension on your browser where you can basically see your funds and you can stake them and you can see your NFTs, your trades, and everything. So, for example, here, this is my wallet. You can see I have some Solana, I have some USDC, and here, this is the first thing we're going to talk about. It's staking. Solana is a token that you can actually stake on the network, and you get rewards from it. It's around I would say 4 to 7% they say you get as a reward on yearly basis, which is super nice and a super safe, secure way to do it. So for example, here I have some stakes that I'm already doing. Some I'm doing on different like validators. Validators are basically accounts, you can call them, that, or like places, platforms you can stake on, and they give you the reward. The only downfall is, or the con on these kind of things, if they can get slashed. So if they do something wrong, you can lose your Solana. But for this to happen, it's super low and doesn't happen like at all. But it can happen. So here, for example, you can see I'm getting a small reward. And for example, if I go here, this is another thing. We can do two types of staking. We have native staking, that's what I just showed you, which is you stake it, you cannot touch it anymore. If you want to, you get rewards every 3 days, and if you want the tokens back, you have to wait 3 days. So that's the unstaking lock time and the staking reward time. So that's native staking, which is super nice and super relaxed. That's what I mostly do because that's what I trust the most. Then we also have liquid staking. Liquid staking means that you give your Solana and you get a token back, most of the time called JitoSOL or PSOL as it stands here. And this is a token that has the staking in the price calculated. So for example, if I trade 1 Solana, I could get like 0.9 P Solana or JitoSolana back. And the price is calculated. So every 3 days the price go up a little bit because that's the reward they're getting from the staking. So they kind of do the native staking for you, but the pro is that you can trade the token and you can do everything with it that you want to do. And you can also earn extra money on it that we're going to talk about in a bit later. Downside is if that staking, liquid staking goes down, or if it gets hacked or whatever, you lose your money. But for that to happen, it's super small. I don't expect it to happen often or fast. And another con that I find is that I can never find how much I've earned with liquid staking compared to native staking. There's not like a platform that tells you, oh, you've held it for this amount of days and you've earned this amount of like Solana or dollar value. So you go here and you can choose all the kind of validators you want. So we Phantom validator, this one I use, Millennia I think it's called. And then of course you can search for them as well. So we have Trust, Truth Note, all those kind of stuff. And for liquid staking, you can go here. And then this provider's Phantom staked SOL. So this is from the platform itself. And as you can see, 1 SOL is worth 0.99 P SOL. And the estimated API is 8.62%. And here they also explain what is liquid staking with Phantom staked Solana. Why stake with Phantom? It basically explains everything, so which grows with your stake. Redeem your PSOL later for additional amount plus accrued rewards for use it in DeFi. Achieve higher average rewards versus native staking by sharing in MEF tips, priority fees earned. Safe and decentralized staking with Phantom is a non-custodial and leverages Solana stake pool program, which has been audited 9 times. So you know it's safe. Like, it's decentralized, it's safe, it's been audited. Nothing basically could go wrong with it. Or it could, but it's a super small chance. So that's staking. Now we're going to go over to the second thing you could do on Solana, and that's called liquidity or liquidity pairing. This means that you have, for example, you have Solana and you have USDC that we both know, and that's on every chain. And you can put them together, and then it will become one token in Solana, and that token is gonna earn you rewards. So for example, here you can see like it's SOL-USDC. The liquidity is 5 million, the volume is 122 million. The fees that people get from this is $12,000, plus you get a reward, and that's 1.26% in Ray. So then Ray is the native token of Raydium, and the fees on this swap is 0.01%. So that's kind of big. Of course, you have bigger ones like this one, 0.04%, and you can see it has more fees, and there's a higher APR, so you can also choose that. But as you can see, the volume is lower and the liquidity is also lower. And most of the time this is because some of the price ranges are not correct. Or sorry, the liquidity is higher even on this one. But some of the times the price range is not the same, and that's why we'll use the 0.01% instead of the 0.4%. To go and do this, you have to go there, you click deposit, it will show you everything. Here, this is new for me, because I used to swap or use LP like 2-3 years ago, and then we didn't have this kind of stuff. But what you can do is you can choose a range of the price you want to do per Solana. So how much will one SOL cost related to the amount of USDC. So you can see here, current price is 161, and the range people can do, the 24-hour range they had is 148 USDC to 176 USDC. And you can make this bigger by doing the range like this, like 0.3%, and you see the range will become this. You can do bigger, you can do that big as you want. I can even just do it myself like this, and then you can see the price range is like changing. So if you think it will reach this, you can do that, but then your fees are going to change, right? The estimated APR. So for example, if I put in this, you can see my trade fees are awesome, super big, super nice, but you're going to get out of range super quickly, and then you're not going to earn anything. As you can see, the higher I do this, the lesser my APR is going to be. So if I do it myself, like so, and we go to this 24-hour range that they like talk about, right? That's this. I know for sure that I'm going to be in the range, 100%. But I will earn less APR. So it's less concentrated on the price point it's at the moment. So I'm just going to go with this for as an example. And here you can also see the 7 days and 30 days. So we're going to make a position. We're going to confirm. It will have a pop-up on your Phantom. And we'll say, hey, you're going to trade your USDC and some Solana, and you get an unknown. That's basically an NFT or like a little card that shows you, hey, you have this LP pool position. So if you burn that, if you burn this, you will lose your liquidity, or if you trade this, you will lose your liquidity. So now we can view our position. It's not the big one, super small, but as you can see, you can see the position, you can see the APR, you can see it's in range. You can see all the information, and you can see how much you're getting pending yield, and you can harvest it here. So that's liquidity, or that's LP pairing, and putting into a pool and getting a reward. Now you can also do what I was talking about, standard. And standard is basically, hey, put in SOL, put in the token, and that's it. So I could do this is it, and then this is the fees, that's it. It's a super simple way of doing it. But not a lot of platforms do it anymore, mostly on EVM chains. So now we have some other places that you can also create a pool, like Orca, which is a bit more, like it has a lower yield, as you can see, and it's a bit more tech, like it's more high tech, it's more, you have to do more things, you have to look out for more things, so it's a bit more complicated. And then we also have Meteora. Meteora has a bit more options, it's a bit more clear on what you're going to do and what pools you can join in. As you can see, they tell you everything. I can quickly connect as well. You can, pro tip. They give you a lot of tips on how to do certain things, but here you can just see volatility strategies. This is something that Phantom doesn't do. Is here they show you what you can do and how it works. It's ideal for concentrated approach. This is an inverse curve distribution. Typically for single-sided for DCA, in or out strategy, and this is just a standard one. So if I put in here, it will show you exactly how it will work, right? And it will show you everything about it. And there's a fee on this one that will be from the platform, so they can also earn some money on this. And that's basically the LP pairing, which is, in my opinion, I would go to to Raydium because it's more like easier for me and I'm more used to this one. But I can understand if you want to do like a bit more complex stuff, you will go to Orca or Meteora. Then the second thing, we have borrowing or lending our tokens, so people can use them for purchase and other things, and you get a like rent or an API back from it. So we have two platforms for this: MarginFi, where you can basically have a lot of assets that you can like give to them, and then you get a return back from it, like USDC, JitoSOL, so that's liquidity staked Solana. You have normal Sol. You have MSOL, so that's another liquidity staked Solana. Like you have a lot of them, Bonk, USD, and these all you can just lend or you can borrow, and it shows you the API of how much it would be and the price of the token. And then here you can just, for example, if I find this one, I can supply, I have to sign in. I can say, hey, I'm a Solana user. I can sign in with my Phantom, connect, and that's it. I can then say like, hey, this is it. I can basically just put it in there and have it over. For example, here I can say like, hey, this max, right? Or sorry, my bad, I also need something for gas, so let's do this. Do this maybe, like a super small one. You can see the pool size, the value, how much you're gonna put in, and it's gonna basically, you're gonna get an API of 4.55%. So that's lower than staking actually. So that's why I wouldn't do this. But it is good if you want to do, for example, USDC or JitoSOL, so you can earn an extra on the staked amount, like we talked before. Then we also have SolEnd. SolEnd, I've not used this one myself, but it's basically the same as MarginFi. You can stake, or you can put an asset up for borrowing, and you get an API back from it. Some do, like for example in SolEnd, it's a bit outdated. They don't show an APR anymore, so that means they're inactive. You don't get anything from them. In MarginFi, it's more up to date, and you can actually see that you get something out of it here. Then we go to liquidity staking a bit more. And I'm mostly going to talk about Jito. Jito was a very good example. I will put the link in the website in the description as well. But basically here they show you, hey, this is the API, this is how many holders we have, and this is what you can do with it. So there they talk about like, hey, it's sort of like it's safe, you're helping the blockchain with it, and this is like the API you get. And then here they explain how it all works. And there's some opportunities or like things you could do with the liquidity staked Solana. And that is, for example, you can make an LP pool with JitoSOL or PSOL with Sol, and then you can earn extra from that. You can also do it with other tokens, but this way you do earn extra money by it. For example, you use protocols like Camino, or Raydium also has it, as we've seen here in the concentrated parts. You can see, or you can even type it. JitoSOL, right? JitoSOL with Solana, and you can see you get a 2.96%, and you also get some Raydium tokens. So these are things you could do to earn extra money on the liquidity staked Solana. Of course, this does mean you're introducing more risk to it, and you have a higher chance of your money getting stolen or robbed or whatever, but still the chance is a bit low. Like, it doesn't happen often that a platform get hacked or something like that. And here they tell a bit more about it, that you're opening a platform, that they have certain systems up and running. And that's basically it. That's how you can earn on Solana from safest to most riskiest. What I do recommend is you always have some Solana into your Phantom wallets for trades. For example, it's something I didn't talk about because for me it's a bit like, it's like the highest risk you can do is trading meme coins on Pump.fun, for example. But I didn't want to talk about that because it's just too risky, and people that are new to this, it's not worth it. You can earn a lot of money with it, but the risk is so high that it's just, you could better gamble. So for people that want to be safe, you mostly just get Solana, USDC, JitoSOL. You can also get the native Jito token, Orca token, stuff like that, like big platforms. If you get those tokens, you know you're gonna get your money back eventually. And most of the times you can make an LP pool and you can earn extra on it. So that's my my video. I know I've not uploaded for a while. I'm trying to get back into it. I'll try and do also a bit more personal like videos, like, hey, I'm gonna show my portfolio of my crypto portfolio, my normal portfolio, and I'm hoping I can introduce people more to like every like finances and how to do certain things, or what I do, so that people can learn from it. I hope you guys can also help me by telling me if I did something wrong or if I should do something better. This way I can also learn and make better videos for you guys. And then I hope I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.